Recording live from the Northeast Georgia Business RadioX studio. This is Northeast Georgia Business Radio. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Northeast Georgia Business Radio. We are coming to you live from the Empower College and Career Center, the beautiful College and Career Center of Jackson County. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon. I have with me a good friend of the show, making a big return. There's supposed to be a sound effect and they missed it, but that's all right. With me today, Ms. Hart Fandrich of Flourish Mindset Coaching. Did I say that right? Flourish. Why am I saying flourish?
It's just the
I've
way
been saying it all morning. I know better.
It's just the way your mind's actually talking to you.
See, your mind doesn't tell you. If you say to your mind, don't, it doesn't hear that.
It goes exactly to what it wants it to do.
Exactly. So, but you are a mind coach.
I am a transformation healing coach.
Wow, that's a different way to say that.
Yes.
Probably a much better way to say that.
That's a great way to say it.
So, Hart, how you been? Welcome back, first and foremost. Welcome back.
Well, thank you for having me back.
Now, you're still doing a little massage work, a little Piedmont injury thing going on.
Yes, I'm still doing that. I'm just connecting the mind-body of it. I split it into two different businesses because I didn't want to do burnout and pain management in the same company.
So you work with, you said burnout.
Yes.
Now, I'm a car guy, big race fan, right? I grew up on NASCAR. When I think of a burnout coach, I'm thinking of someone saying, hey, you got to slip the clutch just like this, you got to nail the gas, but it's not that kind of burnout, is it?
Nope, there's actually three different types.
That was a horrible burnout joke, wasn't it?
No, but it's actually relevant for some of them.
You would think that any race car driver could do a burnout, but they can't. It's actually hilarious. But back to you, I'm sorry. 3 kinds of burnouts.
3 kinds.
That don't involve cars.
That does not involve cars.
Okay, talk to me about those.
So there's overloaded burnout. So your car's too heavy. Let's go to that analogy. You just can't get anything done. You're like, I'm trugging and nothing's getting accomplished. I can't feel that I got anywhere today or last week or tomorrow, and I'm just bogged down in everyday life.
I can't do another thing.
Right.
Gotcha.
Then there's the under-challenged individual of a burnout.
Kind of like a sleep hangover.
No.
I've had too much sleep and I can't get up.
That's not it.
No.
Where's the excitement of the day? I'm not being potentially being fulfilled by what I'm doing. I feel like I am just a clog and I have nowhere to go except for being Groundhog Day every day, repeat.
Gotcha.
And then next one is neglect. Why am I here? Who am I? What am I doing? What are my values?
Who am I? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Made famous by a vice president candidate.
It did. So asking you is, why did you start up Business RadioX of Northeast Georgia?
This is a lifelong dream to be behind the microphone.
Okay. And you basically created it to fulfill a dream and successful for yourself.
I just talked to the right people.
But you build it.
I'm trying.
You're building it.
Working on it.
See?
Loving every second of it.
But some people just don't have that.
Right. Well, no, I'm with you on that. The second one, though, you're talking about, I just get excited, I think, just to be me. So I don't face that.
And you might not. Some people don't have that problem. It's, you know who you are. You know who you are without your titles.
That's true.
So who are you without your titles?
I'm just a guy that likes to watch racing, maybe have a beverage once in a while, and most importantly, relax when I can.
Okay.
Hey, listen, there's a time to be worried, uptight even. There's times for that.
Always.
But there's also a lot of times to say, you know what, I can't do anything about that right now. So I'm going to enjoy whatever it is I'm doing in front of, or you know what, maybe nothing at all. I'll just sit here and enjoy maybe being thankful for what you have. Is that a good way to put it?
That's a great way to put it.
You know, on a Sunday night, I can't control anything that might happen Monday morning.
No, you can't.
So why am I worrying about it?
That brings us back to cause and effect.
Mm-hmm.
You're a cause of your life, not treating it as an effect. Okay, you got an email tomorrow and saying, hey, this person can't come. What in the hell do I do? Okay, great. There's other things you can choose. Or you can be, doomsday, and my life is spiraling because of just this one thing, and it's your choice to do it.
Well, right. And at the end of the day, though, if someone doesn't show up for their whatever 1 o'clock slot or whatever it is, that 1 o'clock slot is going to come and go with or without them.
It is.
And, there's going to be another 1 o'clock slot, and well, I'm not going to worry about it.
And that's a great way to live.
Not going to cost me either way.
Nope. But that is a wonderful way to live and a balanced way to live.
On a personal level, my bad days are usually much better than most people's good days. And that's true.
That's a great thing.
Darn right it is.
And like I said, my bad days are great.
You ever been to a cancer ward in a wing of a hospital?
Unfortunately, yes.
Me too. My days are pretty darn good.
My days are excellent compared to that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I also saw somebody who was in palliative care, which is in terms of ending and just cracking up laughing and just doing wheel races at a space of a turtle and just enjoying the last little minutes of his life. And it was just a great wheelchair race that we had. I'm like, it made his day.
Did you win?
Nope, I let him.
Oh, you're okay. I guess you're a good person for that.
Nah.
I wouldn't have lost. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding.
I did it about face for a chocolate bar.
Really?
Yes.
I'm with you on that. So, all right, let's get back to business here. Transformation healing coach. Mm-hmm. What are you transforming?
It's transforming the way your mind believes is thinking. So
Gotcha.
We have 11 million bits per second of data throwing at us.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. And 129 bits per second, our brain can absorb that. So what are we missing?
Who knows?
I'm not doing the math.
I couldn't tell you. We missed it. I don't know.
I mean, over 10 million bits per second.
Where do you come up with stuff like that?
It's actually scientifically proven.
That's weird.
And that's actually data. And so to get our brain to do that, we generalize, distort, or delete information.
And over time, it distorts even further.
Well, it distorts because it's comfortable.
Oh, of course. You can create a story in your mind after time.
Yes.
The way you want it to go.
Yes.
That's normal.
Uh-huh. And sometimes it's for the worse and sometimes it's for the better.
Right.
And so with Transformation Healing Coach is basically taking this and trying to retrain and is retraining the brain to spin it and have multiple lenses to look at from, and being on a positive note to be at action and cause of saying, how do I not get here again versus woe is me? And it has some great impacts on people's lives. Now you just have to get over, does it take time? No. But we're grained and put into our brains that for anything to be successful, it has to take time. Why?
I don't know.
I don't either.
That's just the way the human brain works.
The other thing of it is it doesn't...
There's things called scars that last sometimes forever.
But the scars, or let's just take the one that almost everybody's happened, is they got burnt by a hot object. It only took 2 seconds to learn. Not one thing is hot. It can be multiple things.
If they were old enough to remember it.
True.
Consciously remember it.
Mm-hmm. This works more on the
There's a difference.
This works on the subconscious level, not the conscious level.
Mm-hmm.
And you just learn from the behavior of trying not to do something again and realize it. So I got burned. Well, that's a great thing to look at, is saying, hey, I know things are hot. So if I need to make a grilled cheese and sandwich and I don't have an oven, I just go get my toaster iron and put it on the ironing board with some paper wax. Do not recommend that at a college dorm. And I had a grilled cheese sandwich. That's creative thinking for stuff that has happened to me by getting burnt by an iron.
I was a bachelor for 44 years, and I never tried anything like that.
Yeah, poor college students. Velveeta and
bread. I was a very poor I was a poor not student, believe me.
Yes.
Oh, yes. No, I was not always rolling in the millions of dollars that this podcast studio is making me, let me tell you.
That goes back to my other statement is one of my friends said to her daughter, I want $1 million and I don't care what you want right now. And there was 6 people in the room and all of them said, I want $1 million. I want $1 million. And my response is, I'm working there. And that's the way my brain thinks.
Of course.
So that's kind of what I like about it.
I got you. So there's techniques for this. Are you psychoanalyzing me right now? I think you are.
I'm not psychoanalyzing.
Psychoanalyzing?
Yes,
That's a whole different business. That costs extra, folks.
Psychoanalyzing, it's just I'm hearing your words and interpreting your words and kind of getting where your subconscious mind is.
Interpreting a podcast host's words.
Yes.
Be very careful with that.
Of course, but that's everybody. And
No, it's worse with a podcast host, trust me.
I will PG it and say no.
Okay. All right.
It's just getting the words of where you are subconsciously for your unconscious mind to be at, because we self-sabotage us. How many times have you got out of debt to go right back into debt?
To go right back in, never.
Okay.
Have I been in debt? Yes. I built a successful company. With that comes debt. But once that was paid off, never again.
So you never went back into debt.
No, ma'am. Well, what do you consider debt?
Having a negative or a revolving door where you're not positive, where you actually owe people money more than 30 days.
No.
Okay, so
other than a mortgage, but that's
still debt.
That's a debt that works for you, so I disagree with that.
It is a debt that works for you, but it's a
if you do it right.
But there's some people who go and say, "Hey, they pre-approved me for a $400,000 house, and to live comfortably, because we all know what's right now it's inflation." They didn't realize to juggle inflation part of their mortgage payment, and now they were at the top, and they're like, "Hey, what do we do next?" That's a cycle that some people can get into.
Well, the first mistake was allowing a bank to tell you what you could afford.
Yes.
Oh, you can afford a $500,000 house. No, I can't.
True. But some people just
agree.
repeat that mistake in just different forms. They could have gotten into credit card debt. Then they could have got
easy to spend money.
Yes. And then they could have got into a bank loan debt. Then they could have got into college debt. Then they could get into, I opened up a business and didn't budget correctly for the business. Right. It's debt, meaning that you're always playing catch up and not putting money aside.
Well, that's part of being a business owner, I'm afraid.
It is. Trust me, I know.
I mean, if you run a service business where you have vehicles on the road and gasoline goes from $1.80 a gallon to $4 a gallon, that's very hard to budget for that 6 months ago.
It is.
You still have to have that gasoline.
You do.
But you got to come up with that $2.50, whatever.
That's when the sun is shining and the hay is great, you also put money aside for that contingency. And then when you're bidding on new bids, then you build it into the price.
Yes and no. If something as volatile as a fuel cost, that is very difficult to do.
So my husband's in that industry, and he had to go to McDonough this morning from Northeast Georgia. They built I
did that for many years.
They built in his contracts. They build in a transportation time cost to get the towers.
Oh, of course.
So I mean,
Absolutely.
it's a flat rate that they do, and pitting some days, some weeks they make money, some weeks they don't on that thing.
Oh yeah.
So
well, you always work time into something like that when you're bidding. Or the way I always approached it, and we're probably getting way off topic here, folks.
We are.
No, I would always approach it as I need X amount of dollars a day to make these wheels turn, regardless of how we get it.
Yes.
If we drive to McDonough, if we just sit here in the office all day, I don't know. But we have to have X amount of dollars, and you kind of go from there.
And that's a great thing to do.
Makes sense. Simple.
It is.
Don't worry about it on a Sunday night.
Nope.
There you go.
Isn't it the day that you're supposed to rest anyways?
I try to rest every day.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What were we talking about anyway?
So we were talking about transformation healing coach.
Right. And that's you.
That is me.
Awesome. So what are the techniques? Were we talking about techniques?
Well, we haven't really talked about techniques.
We need to.
No.
Just don't get me going on debt and companies and stuff, because
this is easy.
I got plenty to say about that. But anyway.
This
is easy?
Yeah, this is easy. This is the easy part about this podcast. So the techniques are techniques. So there's hypnosis. You cannot hypnotize anybody to do what they are not normally planned to do. And there's efficacy involved in it.
Do you have ethics?
I do.
How about that?
Not
that I doubted you.
If somebody wants to quit smoking and they're like, what if you hypothetically quit smoking, but you're like, alcohol is what I'm going to replace it with, which one's better for them? And that's
alcohol.
I disagree. Go smoke.
No, I disagree with that completely.
See, that's my efficacy versus yours.
Right. I'm not saying we're right or wrong. I'm just saying
there is no right or wrong answer.
Sucking something into your lungs is not a good idea.
No, I agree, but I don't think the replacement's a good idea either.
I'm not saying it's a good idea, but it's a better idea if you have to have a vice.
If I say a vice, I would say, hey, why don't you go to the gym?
I agree with that too.
Or do journaling or spend time with your family.
Do your own podcast right from your kitchen table.
Yes.
And it'll sound like it. I wasn't supposed to say that.
Yeah.
It's true, though.
Well, but just start somewhere.
I've just come to Northeast Georgia Business RadioX.
True.
Go to the new website, negabrx.com. You have a new website as well.
I do.
I'm trying to not steal your thunder here. As we speak right now, your website is like 45 minutes old.
Yes.
That's true.
That is 100% true.
And I've been to it.
Yes.
It's awesome.
That was a work of headache and labor.
So you're not really a website builder. Is that what you're saying?
This is my first website.
And last.
And last. But this is where it comes back to flexibility of the situation where it makes it so much easier. I am not upset that it got published at literally 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a very new website.
45 minutes before I walked into the store, and I'm like, I built it. I hit the wrong button. It deleted everything.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
You can do that. Don't recommend that.
No, bad idea.
Then I decided to put it down. At this point, it was like 11:30 midnight at night. I'm like, I'm just going to go to bed. And then I worked on it for the next 3 days. And then I got stuck at making it go live. I didn't know how to do that. And I'm like, oh God, what do I do now? I'm like, it's Sunday. It's Father's Day.
That's right.
I'm like, I have to wait until Monday. If it's not done, it's just not done. Oh, well. And I called a good friend of mine who is in a networking group with me and has done beautiful work for me. He did not touch this website yet. Yet. And I'm like, can we just make this go live? Please make this go live for me. He's like, I'll make it go live for you.
Nice.
So while on vacation in Florida on his half vacation, half work day, he made it go live for me. And it took him 10 minutes. And after 45 minutes of me saying, nope, I'm done before I delete it again, I'm like, that one. But that goes back to a transformation healing coach. It's just trying to learn how to view things as a positive and rework your brain of seeing the learnings in everything that's coming to you.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing.
What is that website?
It is flourishmindsetcoaching.com.
Flourish.
Flourish.
Flourish. Flourish.
Flourish.
Flourish Mindset Coaching.
Yes, because .com.
Cool.
Because I believe in everybody should be living inside their potential.
Oh, I so agree with that.
And what got me on this was somebody asked me a question that I asked Tom earlier today is, who am I without my titles? And he gave me an answer of vegging, laying back, forgiveness, enjoying,
partaking,
but
not smoking.
Nope. But just enjoying life.
Pretty much.
But action, a feeling. Forgiveness is...
I have feelings?
Yeah, it's a feeling.
Yeah, you don't know me very well.
It is a feeling.
Okay.
Enjoying it's a feeling.
I will work on that.
Enjoying is a feeling.
Is it really?
It is.
What about thankful?
Thankful is also a feeling.
Really?
See, that's two for somebody who says no feelings.
I have no feelings.
I disagree.
Wow.
And I couldn't answer that question. And it took me a week. I am a inquisitive, adventurous individual who will try anything at least once.
You're still young. Give it about 10 years or so, and you'll start going the other way on that.
I actually calmed down just a hair, a little bit. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I still wonder and amaze that I'm still alive some days. And it's a great thing to be alive, and I love being alive. I love my internal flame being lit. And I feel so much more at balance with my life.
Good.
Than any time in my life. And this is what brought it to me, because I did therapist. I went there, paid the money. That's outrageous. Don't get me started on that one.
Yeah, let's not do that.
And I got dismissed in one visit.
Nice.
And
you're that person.
I'm that person.
You're that woman.
I'm that person, because they're like, there's nothing wrong with you.
Wow.
And I'm like, I didn't spend $150 to figure out there's nothing wrong with me. And I just felt something was off. And I fulfilled it with the same thing that I used to do. Go and get certificates, go get education, go be something else. And I realized it wasn't something that I needed to achieve. It was going deeper into myself. And that's why I love this work. And I hope somebody's hearing me and saying, this is for you too. It doesn't have to be somebody who is giving advice of, I'm stuck, I don't know where to go, I don't do anything, and I have tried this and procrastinated. And this is also for go-getters. This is 100% for go-getters too. And I was missing that part of it.
The coaching or?
Coaching.
The coaching.
Coaching is for go-getters.
I guess it would have to be.
And it's also for somebody who's like, I don't know where to start too. But that's where all the marketing is I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin. And our overachievers, us, I do know where to start. I have no problem with somebody telling me no. I have no problem saying, hey, I'm thankful for the service that you're willing to do. I just can't afford it at this time, and maybe I can rearrange my budget at a later date. I'll just let you know. I have no problem doing that.
That's good.
But that's the reason why this did not resonate for me for over 4 years. I sat on my free ticket of hypnosis for 4 years. And because it just didn't resonate with me, because I have no problem with that. And the problem was, it was deeper inside myself and trying to figure out my cores, who I am, and what I want to be as the individual, not what I want other people to see.
I'm with you on that.
Yes.
You're saying I'd rather you hate me for who I am than like me for who I'm not or what you think I am. Mm-hmm. I subscribe to that.
I do too.
Yep.
That's probably why we get along so much.
We do get along pretty well.
We do.
We do. What did we miss?
We've
been doing this for like 25 minutes.
The only thing that I want to say is that I incorporate hypnosis, timeline therapy, neuro-linguist programming, NLP are part of my techniques that I use. And yes, I'm certified in techniques. And so some people have issues of chunking up where they need to get out of that bog, or bringing it down to very specifics. So I'm asking people to think in your head, can you list off 7 different companies of toothpaste?
Are there that many?
There's that many.
Well, I'm sure there are.
So it's plus or minus basically 5 is what most people can get to.
Sure.
And it's just trying to figure out who, what, when, where, what you need. And that's where I come into handy of kind of guiding you through this process and breaking your box.
Gotcha.
And that's what I love to do.
Nice. I hear you. What's that website again?
It is flourishmindsetcoaching.com.
And you are Hart Fandrich.
I am Hart Fandrich.
You're still in Houston.
I'm still in Houston.
By the police department.
By the police department.
Very
and the best
cool.
part of it, this is actually done online. So you can be
Really?
anywhere in the world. You just have to be an English speaker.
They go to the website, they email you, all
They
the
go to-
above?
All the above.
Okay. That's how they contact you.
That's how they contact me.
Pretty cool. What is, seriously though, what is the ideal client for you? Don't say anybody, because that's
I'm
not true.
not.
That's never true.
It is never true.
What's maybe the most ideal?
So I want somebody who is an overachiever, who felt like I've been in this rat race. I don't want to go higher because the last step was not worth it, and that they just don't know where they go next.
I got you.
And I'm asking everybody who's listening to this, ask yourself, who are you without titles? Can't be mom, can't be dad, can't be friend,
Got you.
and it can't be an action. And you gave me a lot of actions. You gave me 2 feelings and a lot of actions.
Mm-hmm. But those actions give me the feelings.
They give you the feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much easier to work on others than it is yourself. And you have it within you to be living in your potential. And I'm just there to guide you to do that.
I hear you. You're awesome.
So,
Well, good deal. And are we gonna break the announcement that you are going to be a community partner program, or part of the community partner program with Northeast Georgia Business RadioX?
we can break that deal.
Nice. We can break that. Breaking news, folks. So your logo will be up on the wall here,
Yes,
probably in a couple weeks when they make it.
probably.
Yeah, I don't make them in the back room. I wish.
Why not?
Yes, I don't need one more thing.
I don't either, but I love what I do.
Hey, maybe you need. No, I'm just kidding. Our good buddy at Hippo Signs, Chubby Hippo Signs, makes all that for us.
Yes.
You know Jeremiah.
I know.
Everybody knows Jeremiah. He's awesome. Alrighty, folks. Well, they're going to play my music for me here eventually, I'm sure. I don't even know. But Hart, give the website one more time while I figure out what they're doing in the back.
flourishmindsetcoaching.com. Go look me up. And right now there is a free consultation for anybody who is booking. So go check out and see if this is right for you.
Very cool. Very cool. Hart, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. Another great episode, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, go to NEGABRX, Northeast Georgia Business Radio X, NEGBRX.com, brand new website. Broke it out about the same time Hart did. How about that? Thank you again, folks. I'm Tom Sheldon. We'll talk to you soon.